Hello friends, this is Coldrun. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. Last time Vritra unfurled his majestic, beautiful wings, and we got to see and what's it called? A delegation of Sharlayans coming to extend the moon hand, extend their furry, rabbity paw of welcome to the people of Thavnair. So, before we turn this quest in, let's see what these folks have to say. Radiant Host Soldier. I have been entrusted with a message meant for you and your companions. When you're done speaking amongst yourselves, I would share it with you. Oh, okay. Are we going to be invited to their summit? Thancred. The solution sits ill with me, but if life has taught me anything, it's that there is little to be gained from arguing with Sharlayans. We must take it upon ourselves to find a better way. Yeah, but again, I feel like I've said this a million times, but they're just preparing a plan B. We want them doing that. Like, if the Sharlayans said, all right, we can stop what we're doing and we'll help you investigate the final days, stopping the final days, I would say no. I would say no, don't do that. Keep preparing plan B. I like what they're doing. Y'shtola. Even were Vritra to acquiesce to their proposal, just how do the Sharlayans intend to transport the nation's entire populace to the moon? I mean, it shouldn't be that tough. I mean, it's if we can get them all to that. Well, I guess that thing's in Garlemald. Never mind. The tower is in Garlemald, so that's going to be tough. But I'm sure they have a way they're working out. Maybe a big spaceship, like the one on the logo. Alizé. We have no better, safer course of action to offer them than fleeing to the moon. I know this, and yet Vritra and his people love their home. There must be something we can do. Graha. The soldier of the Radiant there. If I'm not mistaken, he accompanied Ahewan to Vanaspati. Could it be that he knew Vritra's identity all along? Oh, that's very possible. Estinian. Under normal circumstances, the Forum's proposal would be regarded as sheer madness. But when the sky burns, even madness can sound appealing. Yeah, this kind of leans into what I said last episode, that while knowing what I know now, it seemed like my first thought was, boy, it would be really nice if the Sharlayans shouldn't have kept this until the last minute. No one would have believed him until now. Doubtless Vritra is loath to abandon his home, and yet, absent other options, he cannot dismiss the option out of hand. Alphino. As far as we have come, and after all the horrors we have seen, there is still so much we do not know about the final days. Could it be, as Nadana said, that the cause of the phenomenon is beyond our comprehension? And if so, are we powerless to forestall it? We may well be. But I think that these old people just say the same thing. Yeah. Okay. Radiant Host Soldier. Oh, wait, shoot. So will Alphino say anything different? No, Alphino will say something different. Yeah, and that was something that I think, because I wasn't quite understanding it until, like, really just now, I guess. Because Rack, a few posts back in the comments, or a few videos back in the comments, had mentioned that if you talk to the quest giver after they give you the quest, then they might see something different. I think this is what they meant. Okay, Alphino. No matter what my father and the Forum say, giving up and abandoning this place cannot be our only recourse. I don't think they're saying it's your only recourse. They're just saying it's the best we have now, and good luck finding another one. We're going to be working on this. Radiant Host Soldier at World's End. The Radiant Host Soldier has a message for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Does it sound like a cat? Yeah, it does. Greetings, honored Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have a message from His Excellency the Satrap. Brave Scions... No, I'm not going to do... The Radiant Host Soldier doing a Vritra voice. Brave Scions, you have my gratitude for aiding my people in this most trying of times. Alas, matters here at Megaduta prevent me from meeting you all in person. As a token of mine appreciation, I have arranged for a feast to be held in your honor. Oh god, feasts are like... I feel like 50% of our feasts end in death. May it nourish you in preparation for the trials ahead. Such are the words of Master Vritra. The feast he speaks of awaits you at Radz-at-Han. Fuck, I never get this phrase. Radz-at-Han. It's because M-E-Y and H-A have the same I think they have the same pronunciation here. Mayhane. Pray make your way there whenever your business here is done. Alphino. We thank you for your kindness. Indeed, I was hoping we might find a place to discuss our next course of action, and that seems an ideal venue. Radiant Host Soldier. Ah, and to you, Kukushu Kushu. There is someone we had hoped to introduce you to in particular. Okay. While I am loath to detain you further, might you spare a moment of your time? I'm nervous, but okay. Alize. A personal invitation, knowing full well your services are in the highest demand right now. This must be important. Worry not, we'll save you some food, so take all the time you need. I appreciate you guarding my plate, Alize. I have literally no idea who this could be. Pigeon, any ideas? No? Okay, I disagree. Radiant Host Soldier. Thank you, friend. Whenever you are ready, please join me in the Aetheryte Plaza. I shall go on ahead. Radiant Host Soldier. Access to the Aetheryte you see there has been restricted to a select few ever since the tower first appeared. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience, but it was deemed too dangerous to permit the free movement of visitors at a time of emergency, a risk we could not take. Totally understandable. In light of recent developments, however, the Satrap has decided that such restrictions would only hinder our efforts to combat the final days. As such, I would encourage you to attune with the Aetheryte before proceeding along the corridor. Okay, happy to do that. Now we can finally get back here without having to... Because a lot of the time between sessions, I'll, like, go elsewhere. You know, I'll port back to Ul'dah or somewhere else. And so now this will make it easier. Radiant Host Soldier. Ah, you must be wondering what this place is. This is like the Radiant Host HQ, right? You stand in the hall of the Radiant Host, from where our leadership oversees all of Radz-at-Han's military operations. Sundrop, our destination, lies just ahead. I mean, I had to do the Sundrop dance while I'm here. Gridanian Delegate. Wait, I know you, but... Forgive me, idle chatter can wait. Okay. Ul'dah Delegate, oh my god. Well, look who we have here. Word of your deeds in Radz-at-Han has reached the Sultanate, so you know. Well, I'm a loyal soldier of the Sultanate, so I appreciate that. Alamigan Delegate. The liberator of Alamigo is always a welcome sight. If I can be of service in any way, just ask. Yeah, I'm like a little Lalafell George Washington over here for them. Laminson Delegate. Kokushu, we've been waiting for ye. Okay. The whole gang is here. Doman Delegate. To think I would meet Doma's savior here in this distant land. The Doman Delegate has the most awesome costume. Most awesome gear. Shirabaht. Or let's finish the delegates. Ishgardian Delegate. Sorry, I was... Oh, Kushu. Ishgard remembers, let there be no doubt. The Fury favors us this day that we may stand in the presence of a true hero. Shirabaht. Ah, so you're the one I've heard so much about. Is that the person we're meeting? Because that's the only named person here that's not a generic delegate. Radiant Host Soldier. Welcome to Sundrop. Without further ado, allow me to introduce you to Shirabaht. Oh, so you're the famous Kushu, eh? I knew it the moment you stepped through the door. You've the look of one who's walked through hell. Radiant Host Soldier. Shirabaht. She's fiery. Shirabaht, please, you are speaking to the Satrap's honored guest and the savior of our people. Can you not show a modicum of respect? Also, look at that shield the Radiant Host Soldier has, that like dragon horn shield. That is badass. Shirabaht. What disrespect is there in paying a fellow warrior a compliment? We're all friends here, or will be soon enough. More formally, then, for the benefit of my countrymen, it is a pleasure to have you with us, O great champion of Eorzea, scion of the seventh dawn, warrior of light and all-round good egg, I'm sure. Okay, yep, I love you immediately. What is this place? Who are you? This talk of eggs reminds me I'm late for dinner. I want to do this because it's jokey, but I feel like it might be one of those things where it comes where my character's like, I want to leave, I don't like you, and I don't want to do that. Who are you? Yeah, you're more interesting than this place. You like captain of the Radiant Host or something? A fool with too many scars and knees that ache in winter. The name's Shirabaht, and I attend to business here. As for what sort of business, how can I put it? Radz-at-Han welcomes delegates from other lands to oversee trade and diplomatic dealings. Then there are military matters to discuss, which is why all these officers are stationed here in Sundrop. I imagine you're more than familiar with each of the nations they represent, yes? Yes, I did not boost. We've got representatives from Doma, Ul'dah and Alamigo. Oh, look at the hair and the bandana on the Ul'dah delegate. Limsa Laminsa. Or leather-clad pirate. Gridania. Oh, that's a greeting. And last, but never let it be said least, Ishgard. They're the eyes, ears, and mouths that bridge the distance between Radz-at-Han and their respective homelands. You got quite a squad here. We've used this brief respite to share the details of our plight with our overseas counterparts. And wouldn't you know it, all of their leaders requested a few words from you specifically. You're a woman in high demand, eh? And so, would you mind regaling us with your own account? Indulge us before you indulge yourself. Yeah, sure. So you're like in charge of, you're like the ambassador from, I don't think you're an ambassador, you're way too informal and you describe yourself as a warrior. Laminson Delegate, I thank you for the report. The conditions under which men are turned to beasts, the etheric anomalies you have observed, you've given us much to consider. It is concerning that the first transformation apparently occurred before the skies turned red. It is contrary to what one would expect. Yeah, it gives you far less warning than you might otherwise want. Ishgardian Delegate. Thankfully, the information you conveyed to Lucia upon your return from the moon has already proved invaluable. It's just so weird to hear that casually. Like, yeah, the information you gave once you got back from the moon. As soon as reports of the calamity here in Thavnair reached the Grand Company of Eorzea and our Far Eastern allies, our leaders knew at once that the final days were indeed upon us. They began taking steps to assess the extent of the phenomenon's spread. Our agents were able to confirm that, for the time being, the skies burn only over the Bounty, including the island at Corvos. Yeah, Corvos keeps coming up. Alas, it is of little comfort. Gridanian Delegate. Aye, all throughout our allied lands, there have been reports of people transforming into hideous beasts. Oh, shit, so it's really spreading now. From what little we have learned, these incidents are similar in nature to that involving the merchant Khalzal. As was the case here, the victims underwent the change prior to the heavens being set ablaze. And so, while the burning skies have yet to manifest beyond the Bounty, I don't know what the Bounty is. I mean, I can guess by context that's just the area that we're in right now. Maybe it's the ocean or something, but I don't know what the Bounty is. The transformations do not appear to be subject to any similar restriction. Okay, so the transformations are happening everywhere, but the sky isn't burning everywhere yet. If anyone anywhere overcome by despair can turn, then nowhere is safe. Shirabaht. Well, that's about the size of it. Speaking of which, we ought to give these creatures a name, don't you think? Isn't it blasphemies? Here in Radz-at-Han, we've taken to calling the first to change, which tend to be the biggest, blasphemies. Gridanian Delegate, as fitting a name as any. To ensure clarity in future communications, we shall urge our comrades to adopt this terminology. Hold on, delegate. Our leaders have taken measures to deal with this threat to the best of our abilities. I'm sure the Sultana could solo punch them. She's got this. Alamigan delegate. Aye, each nation has assembled their own groups of elite soldiers to put down these so-called blasphemies and their spawn, as and when they appear. At the same time, they are doing all in their power to put the people's minds at ease and prevent panic and fear from spreading. Good, they recognize the importance of that. That said, brave souls with the strength and fortitude to fell these terrible fiends are not easily found. Doman delegate. Just so, and it is for that reason we turn to you. Pray lend us your strength, and help us to slay the blasphemies that plague our homelands. Who, me? I don't think I have the time to go to all your homelands, but... Shirabaht. Now, you don't have to give your reply before dinner. I should also mention that each blasphemy seems to possess wildly different characteristics. What works well against one may serve you poorly against another. I mean, they do seem to really dependent on the fears and circumstances and faiths of the people who birth them, or who transform into them. So, before you go rushing off to save everyone's day, have a word with the delegates. They'll tell you what to expect. Oh, is this something... I really thought this was going to be something where I'm going to be like, no, I just can't. Because this would be like the rest of the game, like just going around killing blasphemies in every area. Maybe we'll actually get a chance to do one of these to help a place out. I don't know. And with that, I do believe our friend here has a feast to attend. Spare a thought for us while you're tucking into all that fine cuisine, eh? You've gained access to the role quest for Endwalker, a separate quest. Oh, is that what helping the delegates out is going to be? Separate quest line and story is now available for tank, melee DPS, ranged, physical, and magical ranged DPS. Wait. Tank, melee DPS, physical range DPS, magical range DPS, and healer roles. Is that new? It was only 4 last time, right? To undertake these, speak with any of the delegates in Sundrop and agree to help defeat the blasphemies that plague their respective... That's such a cool way to do the role quests. I love it. Oh, that's really cool. Okay. So maybe just as I get each role to 90... I'll do them, but what it means I want to get a job to 90 before I do it, just because I want to, once I start it, I want to complete the whole sequence of it. So maybe I'll just do it once a role gets to 90. Yeah, I think that's my current plan then. So, like, I'll push Red Mage to 90, then next will probably be either Dark Knight or Reaper, and then I'll have to bring up probably Dancer and... Sage as my magical ranged and healer. I'll kind of work on those leveling wise as I go, but yeah, I guess that's my current plan. Let me know if you have other suggestions. Okay, Radiant Host Soldier. Oh, pray forgive Shirabaht her rudeness. She can be a bit boisterous at times, but it's simply her nature. No, you have nothing to apologize for. She seems pretty great. Anyway. My apologies for keeping you from your hard-earned rest. You will be rejoining your companions, yes? Do you know the way to the Mayhain? I know Radz-at-Han like the back of my hand. Yeah, I'm good. Glad to hear that you're becoming familiar with our fair city. You'll be pleased to hear that all drinks are on the house, so order whatever suits your fancy. And with that, I must return to my post. On behalf of all the Radiant Host, thank you and your friends for once more lending your strength and courage to Radz-at-Han in our time of need. You are quite welcome. We shall endeavor to fight the good fight to the end, that we might honor Ahewan's legacy and serve Master Vritra well. You have my word that your efforts will not be in vain. Alright, see ya. Shirabaht, thanks for taking the time to stop by. You're free to talk with our delegates more if the mood strikes you, or head off to your banquet if you've had your fill of words for the day. Ridding the land of blasphemies is an important task, to be sure, but one that's best done on a full belly and a good night's rest, if you ask me. Take care of yourself, you hear? I do hear. Okay. This is actually really, I feel good about this. I'm really glad we have this open to us now. So it looks like, I mean, my first one's definitely going to be magical DPS. So just because Red Mage will stick as my main, me and my little, I don't know, nutcracker self, and the Ishgardian delegate will be my first contact apparently. So we'll come back to you in the not too distant future, I imagine. Ooh, we got a bunch of side quests that popped up here. Nice. Okay, good, good, good. We're at Radz-at-Han. I will punch a wall. We're at Radz-at-Han for what quest? A Bond Eternal. Mary glances sorrowfully at a bright woven strap on the counter. Such a precious trinket, yet its owner makes no effort to come and retrieve it. I hope this doesn't mean... Yeah, I hope they didn't go all blasphemy on us either, or die. Well, if it isn't the brave soul who protected us from the beasts. Perfect timing, no less. Can I ask you a small favor? I'm looking for the owner of a missing item, you see. I was just cleaning up the shop when I found this unraveled woven band under the counter. A husband and wife visited here the other day, and I'm quite certain it belongs to them. I was hoping to return it to its rightful owner, but they haven't stopped by since. I fear the worst. I'm holding out hope they're well. I would search for them myself, but I can't leave the shop unattended. Might you be so kind as to go in my stead? I believe the wife mentioned she was an alchemist at the High Crucible. For the life of me, I can't remember her name, but I do recall that she had long and striking red hair. Yeah, let's go check her out. I mean, let's go check the quest out. Let's go see her in a platonic fashion. We've arrived in the High Crucible. Is this, because I know it's not newish here because she doesn't have striking red hair, but is this just to ask about her? Band, you say? It isn't mine, that's for certain. We were nowhere near Radz at the time. Fortunately, my loved ones and I escaped all harm. I can only hope the same is true for the person you seek. Okay, so we're looking for the redhead, but we'll talk to whoever else along the way. Assiduous Alchemist. Do you have red hair? No, which is good. I want to talk to the redhead last. I fear you must be mistaken, for I know of no red band. That said, I too have loved ones I have not seen since that horrible day. I do hope your friend is safe. But I fear I have no time for chatter. All I can do is focus on saving who I can, and pray that I will see my friends again. Now, if you'll excuse me. Yep, back to work. Good luck. Sorry to take your time. So, Lachrymose Alchemist, your red hair is long and striking. Yes, we were at Radz before the final days came, but what of it? Forgive me, I still find it hard to remember that day. I mean, Lachrymose means like teary, if I remember correctly, so I'm guessing that her husband did not make it. Matrimonial band. The simple yet elegant wristband symbolizes the eternal bond between husband and wife. My band, I was wondering where it had gone. My husband gave me this, and now it's all I have to remember him by. Stubborn to the end, that one. He distracted the beast so that I was able to flee and went off to save the others. The Radiant Host found me later. They told me he was gone. Not even a corpse left to bury. To tell the truth, I've been at a loss ever since. How do I carry on knowing that he gave his life for mine? We had so many plans. What our home would look like, what our children's names would be. Now, nothing. Just a circle of woven thread he once slipped on my wrist, and the memory of how happy we were to share our lives with each other. So I go on living, because anything else would tarnish that memory. Forgive my outburst. It's been so much. At least the Crucible has been keeping me busy. I think that's what I need right now. Still glad we gave this to you. Like, I think you're glad we gave this to you just as a memory, even if it hurts. Bad news, Mareed. I found the customer. Welcome back. Were you able to track down the couple? I hope they're safe. Oh, dear. I'm terribly sorry to hear that. At least we were able to return the band as a memento for the woman, small solaces that may be. That woven bracelet is a talisman of sorts. It creates a bond between gods and mortals. The tighter the braiding, the stronger protection it offers from a fate most dreadful. In Radz-at-Han, a fate most dreadful. What's the fate most dreadful? Oh, maybe it's just death or misfortune. In Radz-at-Han, it's a tradition to present one to your lover, to beseech the gods to offer divine protection to one for whom you care deeply. It would seem her husband's prayer was heard, though tragically at the cost of his own life. I imagine she'll need time to heal, but I hope that she'll visit again, that I might offer her what comfort and kindness I may. At any rate, I thank you for attending to this task for me. Ah, that's a start. Now that we've finished bringing up fresh wounds for a grieving widow, let's play some Triple Triad. Well, hello there! You want to play a game of Triple Triad with me, do you? Not opposed to some entertainment while there's a bit of free time. As thanks, I'll put on a dashing performance. Just don't complain when you lose. Oh, God. Oh, no, never mind. It's not that expensive, so it's presumably not that bad. Play with my Ascension deck. So we got, what new cards do we have? The Magus Sisters, Arcasodra. Yeah, so it's really Arcasodra is probably the new card that I have the chance of getting. Hey, first win, first game we got the Arcasodra card. Sweet. Well, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, I lost. But I'll have you know I was so focused on the match I couldn't even hear the music. Which is to say, in other words, I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Let's do it again sometime. Anyone interested in what that was? Check out the book Flow, I think it is, by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. Arcasodra, a faction of Matanga, whose ancestors were indigenous to Thavnair. Following the appearance of the Aura, they joined forces with these new arrivals to drive the rival Gajasura tribe from their lands. Later Huron settlers would come to the island's shores, and together did these disparate peoples establish the city-state Radz-at-Han. Right, so and this is stuff I've seen before, but it's good to have a refresher just to better understand the area. So the full, like, the Elephant People Beast tribe, or not Beast tribe anymore, just the Elephant People tribe are the Matanga. The Arcasodra are the branch of the Matanga that are like the good guy Matanga, and the Gajasura tribe are the hostile Matanga. And then it looks like the Aura and the Arcasodra and later Huron settlers, those three groups would eventually create Radz-at-Han. Okay. So the next couple of quests are here at Ruveda Fibers, Windweft, Marine. A gift of flowers. Oh, a bunch of corsages. I like this. Presumably these can go in the armoire. Marina's humming a little tune. Oh, wait, could it be? Yes, you're one of the heroes that helped fend off the beasts for us. What an honor to actually speak with you. Do you remember me? Perhaps not, but I was one of those you saved from the ravening horde. I cannot begin to express my gratitude. You'll be happy to know that the little ones you helped to rescue are safe as well. So enamored are they with you and your friends that they've decided to put together a few gifts for you. Might you take the time to visit them over on Paxa's Path? They'd be even more thrilled to meet you than I. Absolutely, always happy to spare a moment for my fans. Ari boy and Ari girl. Ari girl. You look lost, miss. I am not. Just out of curiosity, anyone trying the jumping puzzle right now? No, it doesn't look like it. This was a good jumping puzzle. I mean, it wasn't the ridiculous trial that the Kugane one was, but it was a fun, smaller one. Ari boy. Psst! Mourning told us not to talk to strangers. You don't recognize me? Really? Well, I'm Miss Y'shtola's friend, too. She saw I was in trouble and fought off monsters with her magic just to protect me. She's the most powerful mage in the whole wide world. You're correct, she is. Just don't let Matoya hear you say that. Ari girl. Nuh-uh, Mr. Thancred's the best. He is strong and brave and gentle. I was so scared, but he saved me and carried me all the way back to my mama, just like a princess. Oh, both of those are pretty good mages, but, I mean, one's a black mage, the other is an astrologian. Black mage wins. Sorry. Sorry, Arianje. Ari boy. Fine, they're both the best. Wait, miss, maybe you can help us. Do you think you could pick out what kind of flowers they like? We're making flower crowns. We want them to be really, really happy and stay here for a while. Will you help us, pretty please? I mean, I guess. Choose a flower, then speak with the RI boy once more. Let's get some elegant pink flowers for Thancred. No, not for... Oh, I was gonna get this for Urianger, but maybe not. The vibrancy of the petals reminds you of Y'shtola's ardent determination. The red hue reminds you of the ether spark when Thancred pulls the trigger. Holy shit, that's metal. Let's go with... Wait, what? Are these the same for all of them? I guess they are. Yeah, let's go with the fragrant crimson flower reminds me of Y'shtola's ardent determination. Choose a flower that seems to suit Y'shtola. Alright, girl. Pick a flower that matches his dashing white coat and his gentle eyes and his strong arms. Oh, she's got a little crush. That's adorable. You've yet to choose flowers for both Y'shtola and Thancred. Examine the flower pots and decide... Wait, did you say Thancred or Urianger? I thought you said Urianger. Did I just brain farted that, didn't I? Mr. Thancred is the best. I was reading that as Mr. Urianger for some reason. Okay. So what would Urianger... God, I keep mixing them up even now. What would Thancred go with? Thancred can get pink. The vibrancy... no, the red hue reminds you of the ether spark when Thancred pulls the trigger. It doesn't. It just reminds me of his playboy mentality. But... Ari boy. Well, miss, did you find flowers suitable for Miss Y'shtola? I did. This one smells so pretty. It reminds me of the pretty smell when she came to our rescue with her magic. I can honestly say I have not thought about how Y'shtola smells. I feel like I'm in the minority on that one probably, though. Ari girl. My turn. Which flower did you pick for Mr. Thancred? You chose the pink one. I think that would look nice on him, too. It's like what princes wear in Mama's stories. Ari boy. Thank you so much, miss. We're going to have so much fun making crowns for them. Yeah, but what about me? I came here to get accolades for myself. Alright, Ari girl. There's lots to do, so we'll see you around. Oh, can you tell Maureen we'll be a little late? We were supposed to be back a bell ago. I'll tell her, but I'm disappointed you weren't really groveling before me and praising my name. Hey, Maureen. They were not excited to see me. I was just a stranger to help them pick flowers. You don't say. It sounds as if you were a great help to the children. To think that such a hero would be so kind to assist in their daily affairs. I mean, I was doing it with the expectation they would praise me, but they didn't, so I shouldn't have done it. I cannot bear to think what would have happened to them were you not there to save them. Because of you, they've been given another chance at life. Flowers may be a small token, but this really means a lot to them. I'm sure your friends will understand that, and this is from me, to thank you for all you've done. Oh, thank you. we will go with... I'm on the fence, but I'll go with my friend Rack's color, and so we'll go with the purple viola. Purple viola. Corsage. Lovely. Okay, that's going to be about it for me for now. That's all I have time for at the moment for this session. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time where we continue with the quests in Radz-at-Han. See you later. Bye-bye.